intended to hurt me. At least not in the beginning. But once it started, I don't think you felt that bad about it either. I've gone over all the options, and that's the one that makes the most sense to me. You see, it's one of three. 1, you didn't know what you were doing, but that doesn't work because I told you. So that leads me to 2. You knew what you were doing, intentionally or not, but you did nothing to fix it, and there could only be one rational reason why you wouldn't, which is 3. You didn't feel bad about it. You knew what you were doing because I told you, but nothing changed because you didn't care enough. Or maybe part of you enjoyed it, but I still won't allow myself to really believe that. I'm not saying you didn't feel bad at all, just not enough. You apologized and made empty promises and temporary changes, and I do think those were mostly genuine attempts. But the will to actually change wasn't inside you, and I believe you realized that rather fast.
Hello, welcome back to another diary entry. Today is Vlogmas day number 20, and I hope you're having a great day. Anyway, so I'm going to rant a little bit. I know in previous videos I probably mentioned that my husband started smoking after his head and neck cancer, and that's a big yuck for me. I'm sorry if anybody smokes out there. But it's just something that, you know, it would be different if we both smoked and he's done it from day one when we met, but he didn't. And now he's doing it, or he says he stopped, but who knows? That's short-lived every other day. So, but I never mentioned this part before. So I live in an apartment building, and I'm on the bottom floor, first floor. So I have a patio to where I can walk out real quick and easy with my dogs for their walk. And I have a couple that lives up above me. Very nice people. However, he smokes. He smokes on his balcony. I've had to sweep my patio of cigarette ash almost every day. And now I don't know what he's using for a receptacle for his cigarettes or his matches, because he doesn't use a lighter. So now I'm getting the matches, the spent matches that are on my patio. And I just looked out there now, and there is a cigarette butt on my mat right outside my sliding glass door. Let me tell you about a trigger. This pisses me the F off, okay? And I'm about to move out of this apartment into another apartment on a 4th floor, so I don't have to deal with anybody above me doing anything like this. I don't know what I did to deserve to be like having this happen to me, and it like sets me off because it just brings back these memories of my husband. I grew up in a house of smokers. My mother has COPD and emphysema because of her previous smoking. Both my grandparents have died my grandfather died of lung cancer, and my grandmother had her voice box, her larynx taken out, and died of residual issues with smoking. She then got mouth cancer. So I'm like over it. And now I got to live with this fucking twat upstairs to where I see this shit raining down on my patio. I'm going to probably be moving after the new year because I don't want to deal with it anymore. And I'm going to have to I'm going on a 4th floor. And then I'm going to have to walk the dogs down. I'm going to have to take them to an elevator and go down. So it's going to be inconvenient for me. But you know what? I guess I have to do it just so I don't have to deal with this bull crap anymore. So that's my rant right now. So I'm kind of pissed off. I'm pissed off. Anyway, it's a cold and cloudy day in Jersey. And we're supposed to get some rain and some snow flurries this evening and into tomorrow morning. And my mother called me this morning, so this is a new thing. So she's had this leak, apparently, and she couldn't figure out where it was coming from. She had the appliance people come out. She thought it was her water line to her refrigerator for her ice maker. It wasn't. They looked. They didn't see any wetness there, but somewhere it's leaking because it's on her like carpet going into the doorway into the kitchen from her dining room. So today she calls me and she says, oh, I figured out where the leak has been. It's underneath my kitchen sink and everything is warped and rotted. Okay, so why haven't you noticed this like prior? Like this has been going on for a long time now if your cabinet is warped and whatever. So tomorrow when we go over, we'll be cleaning out underneath her sink if she hasn't done it already, and we'll be buying her a new kitchen faucet because apparently it's where the sprayer is. I don't know if something's loose or it just broke down or whatever. So we'll be fixing that. So that's our agenda for tomorrow morning. So I get to deal with that and the smell of dog pee in her house. Last night I bought her 2 new dog beds because I think that the smell is coming from that. Most likely her old dog beds. So they're going to go in the trash. I bought her 2 new dog beds for her dogs. And we're going to see how that works out. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm in a PO'd mood today, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep positive, but I just can't deal with this nitwit upstairs with these cigarettes and now the matches and the ashes. It's like, why? Why? I got nothing. Anyway, so that's that update. Maybe I'll record a little bit later tonight after I go out. I'm going to go to Home Depot. I'm going to get some stuff there. I'm going to get my mom some ice melt for her sidewalk because I don't know if I mentioned this when I was cleaning out her foyer area a couple weeks ago. She had a bag of ice melt that actually liquefied all over her floor. So I threw that out. So now she doesn't have any ice melt to wear when she goes out to walk the dogs to make sure it's down on her sidewalk. So I'm going to go to Home Depot for that tonight. So I can bring that over for her tomorrow. So she'll have it. And I have a container, a heavy duty plastic container coming. Then I'm going to put the ice melt in for her. So it's going to be ready to go. She can keep it right outside her door or even in the foyer because if it's in a container, it should not disintegrate that easy. So yeah, so I'm going to go do that. And then, maybe I'll give you an update when I get home because if I see this guy upstairs, I'm going to tell him he needs to like watch his cigarette crap because it's to the point where I'm going to move now. And then I will send him the moving bill because I'm not going to be dealing with it anymore. I'm not doing it. And I did send an email to the management company, the property manager. That was in months ago. And I don't know if she ever like brought it to his attention or whatever. But I mentioned it to him because like a month or so after I sent the email because it wasn't getting better. So he did improve for a while, but now it's even worse because now I got cigarette butts and matchsticks on my patio. And I told my daughter this morning about it, and I said, I was thinking about buying him a lighter and a nice outdoor receptacle for his cigarettes, and then getting the wife a candle, like for a Christmas present. She's like, well, that's kind of passive aggressive. Well, you know what? I pay a chunk load of freaking rent here, and I shouldn't have to deal with it. That's my opinion. Be a good human and don't do that to people, okay? Don't do it. Anywho, all right, maybe I'll come back later and give you an update if I do talk to him. Stay tuned. And we have snow flurries in New Jersey. I just took the dogs out for their walk, and it's snowing. Pretty cool, but it can stop now. I got shopping to do. Hi, I'm back. It is later in the evening. I did go to Home Depot, and they had no ice melt anywhere, which is kind of bizarre because it is almost winter, and I'm sure we'll get some more snow. I think the snow flurries have stopped. I don't know. I haven't been out for a little bit. But tomorrow when I go to my mom's house and figure out what type of faucet she needs for her kitchen sink, we'll go to Lowe's, and I'm talking about me and my husband because he's going to have to help me put this thing in. I'll look for salt for her there. So maybe they'll have it. I have no idea. I mean, the roads aren't bad. It's just wet. It's not sticking. When we went out earlier, or when I went out earlier to Home Depot. So we'll see if I can find it tomorrow. I just want them to have it on hand. Even though they live in a community where they have an HOA fee and they come and clear the grounds, you know, they might not get to their area quick enough to where when she has to walk the dogs or he has to walk the dogs, my stepfather, that they can lay the salt down on their sidewalk so they don't have an issue. Anyway, so on the neighbor front, I have not seen him out, but I did see his wife. She was coming back from work. I was going to mention something to her, but I'm actually going to address it with him directly. And I guess it's a good thing that I haven't seen him yet, because I want to like try to be calm when I say something to him. I don't want to come off as a raving lunatic. I just don't want the crap on my patio anymore. I think it's a very reasonable request. And if it can't be fixed, then I will be going to the property manager, and I'm going to see about actually moving my apartment. I don't want to do that at all. It's a lot of work. I'm so exhausted I'm still exhausted from moving from a house to here, and I don't want to go through it again. But I'll do what I have to do in order to not have this happen anymore to me. So, anyway, and maybe he's, I'm sure he's not doing it on purpose, but you really need to be careful. And I didn't say this in my last section of this video. He actually throws his cigarettes over the railing and tries to land them in a sewer grate that catches the water, because the ground slopes in front of my apartment, and he has cigarette butts all around in the grassy area. So it's just not a one-time deal with that cigarette butt landing on my patio. He actually chucks them over the railing into the grassy area. That's a no-go. Don't be a pig. Don't be a pig. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I got. So when I went to Home Depot, they didn't have the rock salt, but I'm going to insert a picture at the end of this clip because this cracked me up. It was a scooter that people ride around if they cannot walk long period of time, and it was broken, the scooter, and they put a sign on it, and I just thought it was funny because I'm like, yeah, me too, scooter, me too, but you'll see at the end what the sign says. Anyway, I hope you're having a great Friday night. I'm having a great Friday night. I am home. I had dinner out after I went to Home Depot, and I went to the Hallmark store to get some cards and wrapping stuff. And I have my two pups. They're sleeping right next to me. And I'm about to watch Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. That's my big excitement. And yeah, tomorrow is Saturday, and it will be a busy day going to my mom's house to try to fill up a couple tubs of stuff from her house to get that cleared out. And, hopefully get this faucet fixed so she doesn't have any more leaks. And I will give her the new dog bed, so hopefully the smell will be gone out of her living room area. And I will keep you posted on that. Anyway, thank you for stopping by my little corner of the world. And I appreciate each and every one of you that have subscribed, liked, or watched, or commented on my videos. I do appreciate it, as always. So you take care, and I will see you in the next vlog.